Hey everyone, it's Michelle with MakingMemoriesWithMichelle.com, and welcome to my third take of Coffee and Cards. Since this morning's Coffee and Cards premiere didn't work so well, I am hoping that tonight's episode will. We had some technical difficulties this morning and I've got them all straightened out, I think. So if you are out there and you are tuning in for tonight's crafting session with Paper Pumpkin, would you please just say hello? Oh, hey, there's Crystal. Hi, Crystal. Good to see you tonight. The cards you just showed me were beautiful. Oh my goodness, I am so loving those. So, like I said, tonight we're going to talk about Paper Pumpkin. This month's Paper Pumpkin kit was all about distinctive stamps. And distinctive stamps are really cool because what they do is they give us the look and feel of 2- and 3-step stamping using only one stamp. So I'm going to show you what they look like here. Here are the actual cards that we're going to make. And look at the detail. Can you see the detail on this rose? It's absolutely beautiful. I'm hoping it's a rose. Maybe it's a camellia. I think it's a rose because those look like rose leaves. Anyways, oh, you know what? The kit's called Sentimental Rose. So yeah, I'm okay. Don't worry. And these are just gorgeous. If you are not familiar with Paper Pumpkin is a all-inclusive crafting kit that comes once a month, and we don't know usually what it is. Now I say usually because next month we got a sneak peek at Onstage, and I know we've been sharing them with you. So this is Shelly Gardner. She was the co-founder of Stampin' Up, and she is doing a special kit this next month that's it's called Hugs by Shelly, I believe. And anyways, it's gorgeous. It has a very vintagey feel. And if you saw my little thing this morning, you probably saw it. It looks like it's walked away. Anyways, it has birds and nests and some beautiful, very vintage feeling colors. And it's just fantastic. But the sign up for this is April 10th through May 11th, or April 11th through May 10th, and so we've only got a few more days, maybe a week and a half left to sign up for this. I know I increased my subscription this month by 2 so that I get an extra because they're just so gorgeous. So stay tuned. There's more information on my blog today. I did post the video so it will show you what the samples look like, and my blog is found at www.makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. So let's take a look at what we're going to craft and create today. Now, this morning I made one again, but I know you couldn't see it because everything was out of focus. All right, so we get a couple card bases in this kit. We have this one that has the yellow geometric. This one has a beautiful text background. I absolutely love it. And it's all about flowers, so that's really neat. And then here's another one. This one has kind of gray granite geometric print. Now, gray granite is the predominant ink color. It is the only ink color that came in our kit. But we've got some other colors too. So you had some So Saffron, and here's a background piece that has already got some watercolor type splashes on it. And this is So Saffron and Mint Macaron and Flirty Flamingo, anyone? Kind of looks like it. Okay, and then here's some more backgrounds. Those are lovely. The cool thing about this Paper Pumpkin is it also comes with some envelopes that have liners that are going to match. So this has, this looks like soft seafoam actually. I'm not, scripted here. Here's another geometric print. Very pretty. And then that one's kind of hard to see, but that looks like So Saffron. More of the other geometric print that's in there. All right, so I love it when we can make our envelopes match our projects. It just gives it a little extra wow. Now, the other thing that I have here is the gray granite ink Stampin' Spot. And I keep these. I don't use these when I'm using my paper pumpkin because they come sealed, and I keep these for when I travel. I always take something with me to craft when I travel. And so this is something that we're going to be doing from, oh, I don't know, I'm going to the beach with my niece and nephew, so we'll take some stuff. I have some paper pumpkins I haven't done yet. I've been saving those. All right, so I have my card base here, and I'd like you to find, if you're crafting along with me, the background stamp that has the mint macaron and the so saffron. And because these are photopolymer stamps, you're going to want your piercing mat. And I put my piercing mat underneath so that I don't stamp on it. And I've gone ahead and I've put my big rose on my block. Now, if you are new to paper pumpkin, you know you get a block. But I have several, so I just went ahead. This is gray granite. And I'm going to ink up my stamp. Hello, Sean. Oh, Song Sook is here tonight. Hello, Song Sook. You did some beautiful cards using this set yesterday. I absolutely loved them. And I like how you made them into full-size cards instead of note cards. So I'm going to stamp my rose, and it's going to go off the corner of my paper here. Look how pretty that turns out. Then I have these rose leaves, and again, all the ink, all the stamping is done in gray granite this month. So you can line that right up because these are photopolymer stamps, and that's what I love about photopolymer is you can see what you're doing, and it takes it, oops, I'm gonna run off the edge there, takes all the guesswork out of there, okay? Very pretty. Now, this set, this kit came with some pre-printed labels. So we're going to stamp our sentiment on our label. And this one, I like the thinking of you because that can go for just about anything, right? And I'm going to try and get that. Keep my head out of the camera and make sure it's lined up. Oops, crooked. You know what? I did that crooked this morning too. If you were there with me this morning, I did. All right, now here's my trick. These are some corrugated elements that we have. They're very cool, very trendy. They kind of remind me of little bitty shiplap. I'm going to take this banner and I'm going to line it up, and then I'm going to flip it and put it down on my mat. And the reason I'm going to do that is then I'm going to take some dimensionals and I'm going to anchor the banner and the corrugated piece, and those dimensionals are going to act like your adhesive, so you don't have to use any extra adhesive on there. And I think anytime you can do that, it's just a bonus. And it's a little crooked, but you know what? You can just peel it right off and straighten it up. A little crooked on there is going to match my little crooked on the sentiment. That's okay. If you don't tell, I won't tell. This is going to adhere right on my card, strategically. Okay. Oh, and then for glue today, I'm using my Tombow liquid glue. And look at this cute little glue holder. One of my Stampin' Bee teammates made these for all of us and gave them to us at Onstage. I love it because it's going to hold my glue right up and down, and I won't ever have to worry that I have glue where on the other end. And the reason, you know me, I'm not a super big fan of the liquid glue because I don't like to get it on my fingers. I'm a texture person and I cannot stand the way that feels. But when I want to make sure that my layers are absolutely perfect, like here we're going to line it right up and I want it to be square on my card base. And so if I were using a different adhesive, and I got it on there crooked because tonight I'm not stamping very straight, then it would throw off my whole card. So the liquid glue allows you to give a little wiggle room as you're going. Now we have some really awesome enamel elements in here, and I'm going to pick these mint macaron ones. And you know the rule of odd numbers when in any type of visual art. So I'm going to put 3 down here. It will just catch our eye. And in kind of a triangle. Okay, 2 up, 1 down. And that's our finished card. I started with our easy one. These are not hard cards, but that one to me was the most simple. Now, let's see. I would like if you could find this piece with the 3 flowers that are already on it. You're going to need a large piece of this corrugated elements paper, and then the card base that you're going to get is the gray granite, and it looks like they're kind of like little ovals. Can you see that? All right, so that's our card base. So go ahead and give that a score. My bone folder has walked away, but that's okay. I'll score those better later. Now, the flowers on here have already been printed. So what are we going to print or stamp on there tonight? If you find your leaves again, ink those up, and we're going to just stamp some gray granite leaves here. And we're going to stamp some gray granite leaves over here. Hi, Anthea. Good to see you tonight. All right. And this one, don't worry about it being perfect, and I'll show you why in a minute. Okay. Then, oops. So what I want, see, when I did this, it became kind of a square with a frame. But really what I want is it to be a rectangle, because I want it to have about 1/4 of an inch on the top and 1/4 of an inch on the bottom. See how those corrugated stripes work there? And again, because everything's going to match up, I'm using my Tombow liquid glue. I know that some of you, this is your preferred glue, and that's fine. Again, I use it sparingly because I don't like to have sticky fingers. But did you see how I had it on there crooked? And now, because it's liquid, it does dry very quickly. So but you do have time to wiggle it around and place it. Now, because that's corrugated and a little bumpy, you might want to take it on the back and just make sure that you've got it all on there. In your kit, you have some Whisper White Baker's Twine. And I'm going to show you a trick. All right? I love this trick. Instead of wrapping it all around, leave about, an inch or so on either side. And then you have glue dots in your kit. But again, I leave all of those dimensionals that come with Paper Pumpkin, and I use the glue dots that come with Paper Pumpkin, and the ink spot. I use all of those for when I travel because they're small and portable. So I use the pieces that I have already at home. I glued myself to my card. Don't try that at home, all right? So Janice is here tonight. Hey, Janice, good to see you again. Truly. Do you ever have days where you're like, I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Now we're going to take a piece of the twine, 6 or 8 inches. Depends on your comfort level of tying bows, actually. The longer the strip, the more play you have. And I'm going to turn this on its side, and I'm going to just loop that underneath. Now, we're not going to tie a knot. we're going to do a faux bow and just make a loop. And then another loop, right? Like you're tying your shoes. I know some of you do bunny ears. I don't know how to do that. This is the only way I know how to tie shoes. And it's the only way I know how to tie a bow. So, pull your ends, and then you can slide it to where you want it to go. See, so much better than tying a knot. Now you have another pre-printed label, and I need a birthday card. I was going through my stash of cards, and my goodness, I must have hundreds, people, truly hundreds of cards. I have like 5 birthday cards. That's it. Apparently this year, I've either sent them all out, or I wasn't feeling very happy birthday-ish, and I haven't made very many. So that's on my agenda. All right, we're going to take a few dimensionals, and because we're going to put this right here, I don't want a dimensional across the middle because that would get bumpy with that baker's twine. So I really want it on the bottom and on the top. See this? This is where that baker's twine is going to go. And that way we avoid any lumps and bumps in our card. Very pretty. And I wish I would quit gluing that to my grid paper. Now, these corrugated elements are pretty heavy, so make sure you have enough glue. But you see I'm still doing a very light touch. We don't want it to glob over. And this is going to go right on this card base. I love how these colors have such a nice modern but yet vintage feel all at the same time. So maybe we could call this the modern vintage look, right? Because this gray granite is so popular. And actually my new bedroom is in pink and gray. It's just perfect. Maybe I'll frame these, hang them in my bedroom. Okay, this one we're going to add some of these Flirty Flamingo enamel dots. Again, with 3. 1, 2. We're going to put one right down here, just to make sure we're doing our 3 in a triangle. Okay, that's number 2. Now the next one is what I call the Spumoni Rose card. I know, kind of funny, but doesn't this look like a dish of spumoni, right? All these beautiful, soft, subtle colors. On this one, we're going to take our rose again. And I know I have all sorts of shadows because it's nighttime. Sorry about that. And I want to stamp this time, kind of over here in this pink section. So it looks like that's the center of my flower. Now I'm going to take and add some leaves. And then you have a green label. And this one, you know what? I want another happy birthday. I really do need some happy birthday cards. This card uses the script card base. And we're going to put this right on the edge. Now, if you want to have a little more of this script showing, because you see it's only a small margin. You could trim this a little bit. You could cut off another 1/2 inch or so. It wouldn't look bad. Okay, square it up on your base. That's why we're using some liquid. Make sure it's nice and dry. Here's your white baker's twine again, and this time we're going to come inside the card, and we're actually going to cover up this seam. All right, so leave a tail that's long enough to tie and make into a bow. These are my adhesive scissors. They're not cutting that very well. Okay. So tie a knot. Don't pull too tight, okay? You want it to be tight enough to stay on your card, but if you pull too tight, you'll get those little indentations because you ripped the paper. Ask me how I know that, okay? That's a little trick I learned myself, and I'm happy to pass that along to you. Now, tie your bow. And you can pull the ends to make that as small as you like. Okay, and then you can trim them too. With our happy birthday, I have a corrugated element piece that's already cut in a banner. It comes like that in your kit. And on here, I'm going to add a little liquid glue. And center that. Okay, you may have to hold it down just a little bit because that corrugated elements, it needs some time to make contact with the glue, okay? Add some dimensionals. Janice is the queen of dimensionals. Hi, Janice. It's good to see you tonight, too. So do we like crafting at night? Is this working better for everybody than crafting in the morning? I'm happy to craft at night. I'm happy to craft anytime. Okay. Oh, you know what we almost forgot? Those adorable elements. I really like these. I wish we carried these in these colors. So refill kits are available. I checked this morning. If they haven't sold out, there are refill kits available. If you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you are able to always order a refill kit for whatever month you like. They don't always, sometimes they sell out and we don't have them, or they sell out quickly. If you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you would like a refill kit, let me know. The only thing is it doesn't come with the stamp set, and I think this stamp set really makes this, okay? Now, the other cool thing about this set is it came with a acetate box. Now this is an acetate box just like we sell in the catalog. All right, so when you get it, take off this protective film. What this does is it reduces the amount of static and keeps things from sticking to it in the box, but it also keeps it from getting scratched. So this is just throwaway film. To make the box, you open it up and then just kind of bend it and fold it on all the lines. Okay. Oh, this is a little different than the one we have in the catalog. It's a little wider, isn't it? All right, so again, just fold on all the fold lines. I'm going to fold that one back and then I'll fold it over. This is going to hold all of these note cards. So this is a great set to make up and then give as a gift. You know, Mother's Day is just around the corner. And who wouldn't want to receive a complete set of birthday cards, thank you cards, thinking of you cards. There's even a Mother's Day stamp in that set. So you could give this to somebody special for Mother's Day or birthday, or you could keep it for yourself and you've got a handy dandy little box. Here is a corrugated element. This is a belly band that goes around, and Stampin' Up! Thought of everything this time because they put some adhesive already on this. All right, so all I'm going to do is make sure that that's nice and tight without squishing it. And I'm going to remove the backing. I might need two hands. Okay, and this is already scored for you, so just make sure you wrap it right around. And this is going to be pretty sticky, so you want to make sure you get it lined up. Now, how cool is this? We've got our own little punch outs. They've already been printed. So this is that very pretty Sentimental Rose again, but Stampin' Up! Printed these for us. And then some leaves. Hi, Michelle. Wow, it's like all of my friends are here tonight. This is awesome. I'm so happy to see everybody. I didn't know if you would be here tonight with me or not. Here is our baker's twine, and we're going to be generous and we're going to wrap this around our belly band and cut off a nice big length. And I'm going to tie a bow on the side, and so I like to turn it on the side. And we're going to tie a knot, and I want it over here. Okay, and then tie a nice pretty bow. If you want, you could do a double bow, but I'm just going to tie a single bow. Oh, that's nice. You know what, before I do that, completely my fault. Where are those little guys? Here they are. All right, look, here's a little label. And let's stamp on that. So I'm going to come over here, and here's my stamps. Okay, and here's one that says, all right, this one's best wishes and congratulations. So this is really a stamp set you could use for everything. But here is the For You stamp. And I think I'm going to give this as a gift. This is a really nice, oh, it's stuck to my finger. Stop, 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 stop. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's a big block for this. Okay. Again, gray granite. Give it a try. So pretty. I think gray granite is my favorite gray. It has enough of that green in it that it's not a blue gray. So I'm going to thread this onto here so I have a tag. Okay. Oh no, what did I do? I'll fix that. So I'm going to put this on this side. Come on. There we go. You know, sometimes they make it look so easy on video, right? Okay, so wrap that around, tie it, pull those loops as small as you like. That's a little small, but you get the idea, right? Then you can give it a little trim. You can leave them a little longer since this is packaging, right? Nice long. Boy, those scissors need sharpened, huh? Okay, gracious. Now, my flower, I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. And I'm going to make sure that I get dimensionals where I would like to put my leaves, because I'm going to use those. Remember, we anchored that label on. Now I'm going to use the dimensionals to anchor my leaves. And I kind of was a little goofy there, but I'm going to put those on there. Yes. All right, so here's the dimensional, and here's a leaf. And you know what? I don't like that one there. Let go. Let's put that one up here. Oh, that's better. I have to be the only person who like glues their fingers together with dimensionals. Please tell me that I'm not the only person. Okay. Couple leaves. I'm going to put this right down here. And you can make sure it's nice and tight. And there you have a very nice gift box for your note cards and your matching envelopes. So these will fit just right in here. And it's going to make a lovely gift for whoever you think you would like to give it to. Or keep it for yourself, and now you have a way to store it. Okay? Would you like to see some alternate projects I made? I wanted to see, I really like this stamp. This stamp is just beautiful. So, last night, I made some alternate projects. Here's one where I used the Tea Room Specialty Designer Series paper and the stitched all around sentiment that says enjoy your special day. And I stamped directly on this designer series paper. So these roses are stamped right on it in Calypso Coral. So it's tone on tone. And then I picked up the pool party in the card base. And then the centers of the roses, I got a little whimsical and fun by using the Bitty Blooms stamp punches. All right, so this is one of the flower punches. This is the circle punch that makes the centers of the flowers. And then these are the Happiness Blooms enamel dots. These Happiness Blooms enamel dots are carrying over, which makes me just happy as can be. The bitty punches, however, are retiring, so that makes me a little sad. All right, so that's one. Enjoy your special day. Next, I took some Needlepoint Nook Designer Series paper on Poppy Parade, and I used the Love What You Do sentiment. I stamped the rose and the leaves in Poppy Parade. So again, I did a tone on tone. I just love the way this looks. And then I picked up just a little brightness by adding the Balmy Blue accent under the Needlepoint Nook Designer Series paper. Right? So that's my third alternate card. That was kind of fun. But this one is my favorite. And I have to say, I cased the Stampin' Up! Examples last night because I just loved this design. Look at this card. Now, I didn't case their card. I just cased their design. This one uses Grapefruit Grove as the card base. and the Share What You Love Designer Series paper. Remember how we had the scripted paper in the kit and it had the floral script? Well, in the Share What You Love paper, this scripted piece uses all of the it's all names of flowers, right? Here's hibiscus and jasmine. So this I thought was perfect because it was all about flowers too. I stamped the roses in Grapefruit Grove, and then this is Old Olive. All right, so those are my alternate cards. That's my paper pumpkin. Cards and Coffee and Cards is going to be for all levels of crafters, but especially we're going to get back to basics. We're going to talk about how to cut card bases. We're going to talk about the different sizes of layers. What's the difference between a 1/4 inch and an 1/8 inch when we're making our layers? We're going to talk about stamping techniques. We're going to talk about what to do with embossing folders and how to get the most out of the products that you have in your craft room. All right, so I'm curious because I had quite a few people tune in tonight. Which would you like? Would you like to do Coffee and Cards in the morning at 7:30 on Wednesdays? Or would you prefer to do decaf Coffee and Cards on Wednesday nights at 7:30? Let me know in the comments below, or go out to my blog and drop me a comment too. Thanks so much for joining me today. I apologize for all the false starts this morning. You guys are wonderful, and I appreciate each and every one of you. If you do want to get the Hugs by Shelly Paper Pumpkin Kit in May, you need to sign up by May 10th. These ship out right afterwards, so you'll have this in time to take with you and do your crafting over Memorial Day weekend. All right. Thanks so much, and I will see you Saturday morning at 9 o'clock for Crafty Saturday. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.